Okay, so let's look at how to do this problem on the calculator. This is the problem that involved the survey of 800 Americans. Some were non-smokers, some were smokers. The question they were asked was whether the federal tax on cigarettes should be raised to pay for health care reform. The survey results are here. Population 1 is the population of non-smokers. Population 2 is the population of smokers. And the question is whether we can conclude that the two populations differ significantly with respect to their opinions. So the null and alternative hypothesis for this test are here. And again, I want to show you how to do this, this test on your calculator. So to do a test of hypothesis on your calculator, you have to go to Stat and over to Tests. And if you look from this list, we have two populations, so we want to start with two populations. We are doing a proportion. So the two proportion z-test is the test we want to use here. So we want choice 6. And for choice 6, we have to provide x1 and n1. x1 is the number of successes in the n outcomes. That was 351 in this first case. The sample size for the first population was 605. For the second population, the number of successes was 41. The sample size 195. The alternative hypothesis is not equal, P1 not equal to P2. So if we make these choices and go to calculate, we can see that the test statistic is what we got. It's 8.99, which is huge. That's how many standard errors our test statistic is away from 0. So that's 9 standard errors away. So that's a very unusual value to have. So there's very strong evidence for the alternative hypothesis here. P1 hat and P2 hat are the sample estimates for P1 and P2. P1 and P2. Here's their point estimates, the sample estimates for the parameters. And this P hat is the estimate, the pooled estimate for the proportion. So that's, what we got here, the 0.49. But the point of this is to show you, A, how to do the test, and B, to distinguish between all these different values. The p-value for the test is this first p, and that is nearly 0, which was what we got here, indicating there was very strong evidence for the alternative hypothesis.